Home brothers. Exercise. What is exercise? I think the whole question of exercise and sports is really funny because we're supposed to consider action outside the context of any sort of purpose. And that's exactly what you need to know in order for you to gain any knowledge of what you'll get from this action. So even when we talk to people saying, well, I'm going to go exercise, we're not really quite sure what their purpose is. Like, are they going because they want to have a more beautiful body? Is it vanity? Are they training because they want to be stronger for a future brotherhood? Are they doing something useful or useless? And that's where we really need to look at about all these Olympics and sports and things on TV. I really can't think of anything more useless than that. Sitting and watching other people playing sports which are competitions which don't matter for anything. If the winners or the losers get nothing, they do nothing, they achieve nothing. People running around in circles, running back to exactly the same spot they started. It's pretty dumb, folks, and it looks like two scenarios. It looks like we're gerbils in cages with the little spinner things, and we're supposed to spin around. Rats in mazes. It looks like number two, it looks like we're being pitted against fake competition. I feel like I'm pitted against fake competition all day long. I don't need any new, fake competition. And that's essentially the problem of today's society, isn't it? I mean, we're supposed to be angry at, arguing with people that are actually on our side, and then the people who are corrupt, the Satanists, the special white people, the Chongs, have infiltrated our government. They're colonizing our countries, and then we're not talking about them. We're not pitted against them. We're worried about hitting a ball over a net so that somebody doesn't hit it back, or we're worried about running around and coming back to the same place. Now, my brother-in-law, he was a big runner, and he actually has a problem with this. Like, I think he's a good guy in a lot of ways, but this is a bit odd. He was running all over the place, running all over town, and in big circles, and then he blasted out his knees by the time he was, I think, 32, and then has artificial knees, or he went through some surgeries, or things like that. You get the same result with a female who's wearing these high heel shoes for vanity. She'll blast out her knees at a very early age, maybe not that early, but quite early. And I think that's interesting. I don't know if it's the fastest growing branch of medicine or if it's actually the most profitable branch of medicine now. It's called sports medicine. So they're cashing in on people injuring themselves, and I think people are injuring themselves in exercise because they're exercising often for the wrong reasons. Number one being vanity, number two being a false competition, or just being pitted against people who aren't your enemies. Now, to be fair, again, some legitimate things for sports would be martial arts and getting prepared to protect yourselves in the context of a brotherhood and for justice projects. Another very legitimate use of sports is for socializing between brothers, between friends, between potentially good male friends, or to relax with some male friends. I think it's a really good idea to go whack around a ball and just play for fun and enjoyment. And that, of course, has a totally different vibration to it too. It's about socialization, getting groups together, and it's not about vanity or proving you're number one or having a hotter, sexier body. And I think people who are exercising for the latter reasons will end up getting injured, for obvious reasons. Now, some of the more funny people, they'll get a washing machine and then they'll go to the gym to work on pecs, or they'll buy a car and then they drive the car to the gym and then do the fake bicycle. This is really, really hilarious, people. You have a lot of physical work to do in your own home. When you're done with that, you can move on to physical work for your neighbors, for your friends. You clean things up, wash things, give people a lift, help people move, do all of these things. This is lifting, working, and you get that lift, that energy lift from these happy people that you've helped, including when you clean your own house and organize your own house. You make it very comfortable for other people to come and visit. And that, I think, is a really positive vibration to have throughout your day. Just clean up your own house, organize things with the idea that, wow, when somebody comes over to stay here or to have dinner with us, they're really going to enjoy it. They'll feel really comfortable. So anyway, that's what I have to say about exercise. We should be watching less sports programs, and we should be doing less fake exercise and replacing it with purposeful, meaningful service to our fellow man. Thank you, all you brothers and knights of the KBH and Om.